Don't think I forgot about you, Trent. Previously on the Quest Company.
What was that an attack? What are you doing here?
Well, Solomon said you might need help.
Yeah, I took care of it though. Frank.
What? Yeah.
What?
Hi.
Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
I'm dead, but yeah, I'm okay.
Dead?
Yes.
The hell did I miss?
We were coming down the road, and then there was the thing, and then someone suggested that we go off on a different way, and then I said, no, we should keep going, because I thought it was going to be like a double thing, like a double bluff.
Sure.
But it was not. We're responsible, kind of, for the death of one of their own. We're slightly responsible for the death of Evan.
I didn't expect them to have a mage. I thought they ran them all out of the city. I thought it was just a bunch of fucking commoners, and I could make an example out of one of them, and we could be on our merry way, and that was not the case. Now, I'm sorry that my whole bullshit got us in a really fucking bad situation. If we catch heat from Florentine for it, I'll take the heat, because that's on me.
I guess I just didn't understand that you still have so much family pride for a family that would not only do terrible things to other people, because I know you haven't been a saint, but would strand you on an island.
I wasn't doing it for my family. It was instinct.
My understanding of you is, well, you love your uncle, you hate your mom, right?
Yeah?
I guess to me those actions only supported her.
I guess you're right.
Hey, it's okay that you fucked up, man. You made me feel really weird. Because you kind of snapped at me. I didn't know what happened. But you fucked up. It's okay. Get your shit together. I'll get mine together. Zara's got hers together. Frank's fucked up. It makes me upset when people get emotional. I don't do that well. I'm kind of like... What's that called?
A sociopath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're too alike, you know?
You and me?
Yeah, I think so.
How?
Well, we both like to try to be the hero.
I'll give you that.
I only try to be the hero because I've only been the bad guy.
Two ice blue eyes stare unflinchingly at Mateo as she addresses you. I apologize for the deception. My name is Maria Florentine, last living member of my name.
So, hi everyone.
I'm going to say at the top of this episode, 90% of us are sick and or dealing with allergies. Joe Cash is the only safe one.
He's very strong.
So,
Yeah, we decided.
Good for you.
We'll allow it.
Yeah.
So, the last episode, we left off with Maria Florentine greeting all of you in this office where you expected to find her old man, her saying, I am Maria, last of my name, I am the Florentine. That was like 4 weeks ago.
I've been standing in this room since.
You've been
Just dead still.
waiting. It's really fun to think about what D&D characters do when you're not playing.
Yeah,
She said,
right?
I apologize for the deception. We just fucking stank eye for a month and a half.
I'm pretty sure you T-posed. Or did you stink eye?
No, God, no.
Okay, I just want to make sure. If you want to stink eye, you can stink eye
No, we
the whole time.
No, we T-post. We
I
T-post.
probably was dabbing and nay-naying.
Perfect.
4 weeks.
You're the only one she loves. No.
Yes!
See, look what you did.
She would hate that.
Now watch me whip. I don't whip. It's just the nay-nay.
That's important. I mean, it's less abusive that way. But, yeah. You have just been greeted by Maria Florentine. Is there anything anyone wants to say?
I haven't really received a cue to speak yet, I feel like. Who's in the room with us right now? Is Mateo
In the
with
room
us?
with you are Maria Florentine, who's sitting behind her desk, or at least who has said that she is Maria Florentine. You have Kent, who is standing near her, and you have Mateo, who is between Frank and Roarke. Frank holding Mateo. No, you have not necessarily gotten a visual cue to speak. I was just, if you wanted to take the opportunity, you may. Does anyone want to take the opportunity to pipe up?
That's all right. Thank you for having an audience with us. We have Mateo.
I see that. She is staring down the currently concussed question mark body of Mateo that is just hanging limply in Frank's arms.
Can I feel for a pulse?
Real quick.
Make a medicine check.
Check his EKG.
Do you care that
Yeah.
she sees you checking for his pulse?
Not at all.
Okay, cool.
16.
16? Let's find out if you feel a pulse.
Oh my god. I'm afraid.
What did you say you rolled?
16?
A 16? You feel a pulse.
Thank fuck.
But it is so very faint.
Okay.
We apologize. We ran into some difficulties on the way. I'm sure Kent probably told
I
you.
had.
I take personal responsibility for that, and I do apologize.
Wonderful.
So how much? I'm just gonna peek around the door.
So you peek around.
Oh no. Yeah.
Because you're in the room. The door was shut behind you guys.
Oh, okay. I'll just stand there.
Okay. So you just like peek around Roarke and are like, how much? For Mateo? 2,000 gold.
Excellent.
That's a nice number.
We were hoping, as I don't know if that was actually you and some sort of illusion or if we spoke with someone else, but our intent was aid for Crestport, perhaps a partnership with Lord Anton. If that comes in the form of 2,000 gold, that's perfectly fine, but we wanted to make sure we were clear with the circumstances that we were originally hoping to do the deal under.
Still staring down Mateo's body. I will give you 2,000 gold for Mateo. Then we can discuss business.
Oh, that sounds
Well, that sounds good.
that sounds
No,
great.
No, I don't mind. Just so you know, he's got a very a light pulse. I guess that's the way to put it. Light. Would you like him alive or dead? We would either way give us a little bit. I'm gonna let Roarke talk. Yeah.
Well, just as is. But that 2,000 and then we can discuss business sounds perfect.
I need... just because. I need Frank, I need Roarke, and I need Tabitha to all make persuasion checks. Because you've spoken.
Nat 20.
Can I help with my silence? Is silence aiding?
12.
23.
Sheesh.
Motherfucker.
Nice.
Good. Oh. Saucy.
It's not. It was hot.
That's good.
It was hot. Might stink.
You see her open a drawer that's connected to the other side of the desk, and she pulls out a large leather sack.
It's a bag of money.
As she drops it on the table, it hits with a large thud. Just a 2,000 for Mateo right now.
Yep,
Done.
Yep, sure. Here, take him.
give him
and
to
I
Kent.
walk over and I put him on the desk.
Give him to Kent, yeah.
As you start walking over, Kent steps up and takes Mateo from you
Shit. Oh, yeah. Okay.
and begins to walk Mateo out of the room.
As soon as Mateo's... I'll wait till Mateo's out of the room to take the money.
Everyone, well, no. Zara, because you have passive perception.
I hope they go for his penis because it's not there.
Well, he's just missing a ball.
Oh, yeah.
There's more pieces to be taken. As Kent walks Mateo out of the room, the door reopens, and you watch Mateo's eyes open for the first time in a long time, since the nasty little fireball and all the horrible things that befell that poor child. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how we feel about him. There is a moment of not knowing where someone is, like where oneself is, right? There's like I'm just like waking up.
vibe, yeah.
Then you see a sight that you probably will never forget in your life. And it is the eyes of somebody that are seeing true horror as his eyes connect with Maria behind the desk. If you knew how bad of a situation he was medically, you would be surprised that this didn't kill him. Just seeing her as he is dragged out of the room by Kent. The door is reshut. Kent is no longer in the room. It is just you all and Maria.
Oh.
And a bag of gold sits on the desk.
Zara looks down after all that. Just saying that for how that affects her.
Take the bag and say...
Who's taking the bag?
Well, I'll take the bag. I've talked the most so far. I'll take the bag.
Okay, you walk up and you take the bag.
Tabitha rolls up her sleeves and she says, "Let's talk business."
Excellent. Let's talk business.
I feel like
Do you have a chair? Or
Yeah.
do you want to just stand?
I have the chair that I'm sitting in.
DM make mistakes.
Anyhow,
Well, that's fine. We can stand. That's
I
fine.
can stand. I'm fine.
I don't know. I've kind of been, through the
Sit on the
ringer.
floor. Sit on the floor.
So that's a no for the chair.
do you enjoy walking into places with an undeserved sense of accomplishment?
All the time.
It's good to know. It doesn't surprise me with this group.
You know what I find shocking? That we were led here under a lie. That was very interesting to me.
Have you been hunted before?
Yes.
You have. Mm-hmm. How did you survive?
Just killing people. Laying low. Deceit. I get the game. I just thought you were above that.
People that are above the game die to the game.
I'm above it and I'm still here.
You've lied, cheated, and deceived to not die. You just said so.
Yeah. So the 2,000 gold.
Is for you all. However you wish to split it, I don't care. It's
I'd like
yours.
to use Detect Magic on the bag of gold.
Okay. So you're just casting Detect Magic?
Just casting Detect Magic on
Cool.
the bag.
You cast it in a 30-foot radius.
Okay. Perfect.
There's no magic on coming from the bag of gold.
Real bag.
However,
Fuck yeah.
there are quite a few magic things
Oh.
In the vicinity.
in this vicinity.
Nice.
Okay.
You very quickly pick up on a sword that hangs from Maria's hip in the chair.
Expensive things.
Dope. Dope.
You can't really make it out. You just kind of know of it behind the desk that she's sitting at.
Okay.
What she is wearing seems to be faintly glowing with some sort of magic. And then beyond that, there is the various accoutrement of your friends that have magic things, including your staff and things of that nature. There is also some form of magic emanating from the door to the room.
Oh, shit.
There's only one door that we know of, right? Mateo went through that door.
Yes.
Okay.
The door you entered in was the door Mateo was dragged out of.
Okay. Also, it's just for my own brain, guys, sorry to kind of like pause the storytelling. What is the promise to the bakers?
That we're going to get the Blush District.
Okay.
That we will
And
talk to
talk
them
to them
about
about getting the
potential
Blush
partnership. Yeah.
Okay.
And not the smuggling of gunpowder for them to be the only source.
Perfect. I just needed that reminder.
I
Thank
did
you.
too, because I was like, wait, what
Yeah.
are we here for?
So those are the things that are magical, Frank.
Okay. Yeah, so I can't detect what kind of magic emanates from, say, her sword.
I mean, I believe it's enchantment is all of that stuff, right?
I mean,
it's
if
not specific.
I mean, if it's like a flame tongue or something, it might be evocation or something.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I believe it is just enchantment.
Hell yeah.
Or I'll give you a better answer at another time.
Okay.
But I won't punish you for my lack of knowledge on magical things that I made. So, Roarke, you have the bag
Yep.
of money. She's just like sitting there, like looking at the group.
Boys care about money. Women care about power.
That's not
Well,
necessarily true. I love power.
we're here to talk about business. We just had to conclude our first thing first.
See? And if you embarrass them,
What?
it's a treat.
I could breathe heavily out of my nostrils right now.
So 2,000 gold.
For Mateo.
What are your thoughts on partnership with Crestport? What would that require to get the ball rolling on that?
I can certainly make you a deal, but if you don't want to be here, I'm not going to stop you from walking away.
Cool being here.
I'm perfectly happy here.
I just wanted a chair, but I can stand. I have really good glutes.
Good, I'm glad.
Good, I'm glad you're glad.
Okay.
And no one in this city knows that I am alive, but a select few. I chose to make myself known to you for specific reasons. I need people that aren't from this city. And you happen to be somewhat skilled and are not from this city. However, you lack any form of subtlety.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That is
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Yes, it is fair. You lack any form of subtlety.
Yeah, totally. I'm sorry,
That was great.
It's okay. It's okay. I just made a roll.
Oh God.
Subtlety is something I require. It is something I need, especially in my line of work.
Understood.
But you happen to be the only thing that I can use right now. So I would like to.
Okay.
You need help for Crestport, yes?
That is correct.
That is why you are here. That is the only reason why you are here in my office.
Indubitably.
We're
One more
Well,
favor. I mean, there's something else, but we can.
What is it?
We happen to be in contact with some bakers.
Solomon.
Yes.
Owners of gunpowder.
Yeah, and they
What?
were
Nothing.
Frank.
Hmm?
Shoot! Come on.
Lack of subtlety, huh?
They are in need of a district for their new bakery. So we were just wondering if we could have the Pearl District. Blush District. The pink one. Is it that? Is our...
Solomon wishes to conduct business in the Blush District and would like to speak with you about such.
I'm sure he does. He wants the whole city for himself.
We just said that in return for the information he gave us about Mateo, that we would pass that along.
So he sent you to Mateo.
Good gift to you.
Yeah, as a gift.
That is funny.
How come?
Because, dear, Solomon plays the game better than anyone else I know. And if you trust a word he says, you're a fool. He likely told you not to trust him.
You say I do get that vibe. Yeah, I do get that vibe.
Head still down. Zara's head still down. She's dealing with the moral consequences that has been brought upon her. Really struggling.
Well, I asked him why we should trust you, because frankly, I don't trust you the same way you think that I'm a know-it-all.
And what did he tell you?
Well, honestly, I don't really remember. Nor do I really care, because I'm not going to trust you regardless, the same way you won't trust us. Have you met
Excellent.
Frank?
Hi.
No, but I've heard of Frank. Screaming in the Pearl District, terrifying people in the bed of night.
That was accidental.
That was funny.
Again, lack of subtlety.
What about Zara?
I have angel wings that spout from my back.
What about Roarke?
That was the most, old school Adam Sandler movie.
Father hit me in the face with a shovel. Just in the background. Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
And then head back down.
What about Roarke? I mean, he's the Blackwater.
Yes, I know of the Blackwater.
What about me? I'm really.
I know that the entire city is going to be pasted with posters of his face by tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, they so are.
Oh, shit.
I also understand when I say you lack subtlety, I mean you walk into a city that you know nothing about and proceed to terrorize the citizens.
Terrorize.
Because it's funny?
Funny.
Because it's amusing? Because you get off on having power over others?
Don't you get off on it too?
No, I don't. It's what makes me different from all the other families.
Seemed like you had a lot of fun putting me down. So don't you like being powerful?
You seem to have a lot of fun trying to challenge me.
I do love a challenge.
I do too. Which means I will shut you down every time you step to me.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah! Just kidding.
Canon, she does that.
Yeah.
So let's cut the flirting and let's just jump straight to it.
Absolutely.
2,000 gold, we have that.
I like that.
You have that. That has nothing to do with
So
this
why
deal.
shouldn't we get the Blush District for Solomon? What's the beef?
Because it is an open market.
How much do you want for it?
I don't own it.
So we could just take it.
If you think you can take an entire district that is currently in a state of anarchy, please.
I love a challenge.
I know you do.
The securing of the Blush District is not our main concern
How do you
right
feel
now. We
about
said we would
Anton?
pass the word along.
To be honest, I don't know much of Anton.
So why care? Why give us aid?
You're very inquisitive.
Yeah, well, no one really talks to me much, so
Well, that's good.
it's nice to run my mouth.
You should be inquisitive.
My friend Zara is.
Wonderful.
Tell her, say hi. She's really pretty. I'm good. No, say hi.
I just give a little wave and head back down.
Yeah, she's smart. And Rourke's kind of smart. Frank's just a skull, so.
And other bones. And other bones.
I guess we were under maybe a wrong assumption that you and Anton had ties. He seems to trust you over anyone else. And while we are a misguided group, and it may not seem like this is true, our whole aim has been to get to you. Because we are, at the end of the day, trying to help Anton.
Thank you.
Head down.
Anton knew my father. Of my father.
Of him or he knew him? Because I didn't think he was that old. Which is fine if he's that old. I just didn't.
No, he knew of my father.
Oh, okay.
I spoke out of turn and I apologize. My father attempted to do good for the city. My father was a part of overthrowing the mages that were here, trying to set up a government that would not punish people for simply not having the ability to use magic, enslave people's minds, treat others with indecency because of who they are. That is what my father tried to do, and that is what I assume Anton brought you here for. It's because he heard of things like that.
Sounds on brand.
That makes sense.
I don't know. He didn't really tell us why. Which is kind of why I don't trust him.
Well, I wish to do that for the city. Again, the families saw that problem, and they wiped it out, and then they recreated it for themselves. But now they are on top. And it's hard to see the problem when you are on the top. My father spent a lot of time making sure that I knew the commoners of the city, that I knew poor people that have suffered, that were less than. And I know them, and I know their plight, and these are the things that I want to solve. So, that is probably why Anton was sent here, because I follow very much after my father.
Zara, settling, nods her head and says, thank you. That makes sense.
Where I don't follow after my father, in some ways, is the length with which I am ready to go to murder whoever it is was behind this killing of my family.
What are you going to do to him?
I don't know yet, but it will not be good. I know the Vicenti are not capable of creating such a plan. It leaves me with 3 culprits. Your new friend Solomon, the Adronti family, or Leon, and the Saliano family, led by Gernil Saliano.
Not such a plan as to what?
Murder my family.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit confused. Our understanding was, I think, maybe a little off of the timeline. So instead of you and your brother that were murdered, obviously you weren't, but it was your father and your brother?
Correct. And many of the members of my household.
And your father was murdered later than the rest of the family? That's why I was confused. Was he going after the Vicenti?
No. My family was here. And then they were not one night. They were wiped away. I found my father, and she stands up from the chair and looks out the window, floating in that pond over there. The water was very red.
So you have been hunting the Vicenti up to this point, then?
I killed their entire family.
Gotcha. I apologize for drudging that up. I was just looking for clarification on what exactly had happened with this new information of you being around.
No, it's good. Ask questions. Learn to ask questions.
Yeah, guys, learn to ask questions. What do you think I've been doing?
Yeah.
So, what? Hold on, I think I'm confused.
No, go ahead. What?
So she's saying
The Vicentis didn't kill her
the
family?
Vicentis didn't kill her family?
She says she doesn't think that the Vicenti family was capable of doing it.
Of planning.
So she just murdered them because
No,
she's
she
on a
thinks
whim?
someone
No.
is behind the death and they're framing the Vicenti family.
Oh,
The
okay.
Vicenti,
okay.
no.
No.
And I apologize if I
Kind
did
of?
not make this clear.
Gotcha. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I think we're confused.
My fault.
No, it's not. We're just working.
No, it's okay. I would rather not try and fix this retroactively. I'll just leave all this.
Yeah, it sounds
Right?
good.
They did it.
They
Somebody else
were,
planned it.
the Vicenti were a part of it.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
so we're
Got it.
trying
And
to
for
find
their
the
part
puppet
in it,
master.
they have been wrecked.
Gotcha.
All but one, which you guys brought here.
Got it.
Okay.
She does not believe that the Vicenti were capable of plotting
That was
or planning
100% that.
such a thing.
Got it.
And is
That makes sense,
Yeah.
Andrew.
I'm with you now, sorry.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's
Understood.
okay.
I'm really glad we clarified it.
I'll be honest with you on my thought. Why don't we just wipe out all 3 families and then be done with it?
You'd wipe out Solomon.
I mean, you guys could.
But you wouldn't.
I kind of made a promise. But if you
Well-
were going to protect me, I don't mind going back on it.
So he purchased you.
I wish I was for sale.
She got a sash.
Yeah.
Blue sash.
Understand?
But I've done it before. I can work for both sides.
I don't know that that's a bad idea. I think it would completely instabilize the city as it is.
Killing the other families.
Killing all of the families.
All of the other families.
From the state of the Blush District currently, that makes sense.
Correct. There are people that need to live so that people know who to follow.
Oh, so we're scaring people into submission.
No, there just has to be someone at the top. This multiple families running different things just creates a bunch of small cities inside of one larger city. Makes no sense. It causes certain cities to rise, certain cities to fall, creates crime. It needs someone at its head. Someone driving it.
And if you were heading it, you wouldn't allow all the crime, and
Correct.
you'd be very strict about that kind of thing.
I would monitor it.
Okay.
What does he want with you?
Solomon?
No, sorry. Sorry. What?
Again,
What?
I assume your Anton was talking about my father and not me.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, I think
that
so.
makes sense.
I think he said mister.
Sounds like you were looking for unity.
Yes.
Do you have any thoughts or opinions on the unity of the North and the Southern?
The Free States.
Reunited.
Sorry, yeah, I'm forgetting the right. I'm
No.
trying to look at the map.
Free
But the Free States.
You all brought it up the last time you were here.
Yeah.
And now you're a woman, and so the opinion
No.
can be the same. Great.
I don't.
I'm just joking.
I understand.
You did not say that.
No, it's okay. I understand the confusion. I understand that confusion, certainly. I think that's important. I think it's a wise goal to strive for. I don't know which city would be the city to lead, which would be the capital.
Probably a port city.
Frank, make a general charisma check.
It's gonna be high. It's gonna be high. Oh, it's gonna be low. It's gonna be.
You gotta change your dice, man.
Where is it? Fuck, I always lose charisma.
Bottom.
It's just charisma,
It's-
not saving throw.
It's just 5.
Okay, you all watch Maria just shoot a glance at Frank that could cut ice.
Jeez, but look.
She looks away from you.
Was anyone else, or was this public knowledge that you might be pro-unifying more than just your own beautiful...
You mean my father?
Yeah, was that public knowledge?
My father had thoughts.
Was he...
My money is on he probably had talks with Anton. Missives.
Correspondence.
Conversation.
It's a possibility. My father thought it was important, us being directly on the border with Aldernia, that we have someone else to back us up for when this war ends.
Do you know what's funny about being hunted?
What is that?
You really don't have loyalty when your life's at stake.
No, you don't.
So why should we be loyal to you? Why not just tell the families about you and kill you and be done with it?
Well,
That is an option.
the door's enchanted. We can't get out of the door, probably.
What?
The door's enchanted. I think it's like locked shut or some shit.
I'm not saying we're gonna do it.
I assure you can open the door and leave anytime you
I'm gonna go over and try to open the door.
Door opens.
I'm gonna put like a shoe there. And then
What shoe are you
I don't
putting
know,
there?
not a shoe, but I said like a shoe, like something like a box.
Do you want to
What
put
do I have?
your foot?
That's great.
No, I want to hold my foot in case I need to do some action stuff.
In
put-
case Frank needs to do a sweep
I
flip.
have a steel dagger. He's gonna put the steel dagger in the
There you
door
go.
to keep it from
Beautiful.
closing.
I'm just saying, first you trick us, then you insult us. Why should we do anything for you, especially murder people we don't know?
Well, to be fair on the insult end, I have been walking around like a dickhead for the past 3 days, and that's why I'm mobbing you to come after me, so,
But Tabitha turns to Roarke. But you're gonna be better.
Right, but me being better at that in the future does not affect the fact that my past actions happened, Tabitha.
But you're better now, okay?
But they don't know that.
You don't know what we're talking about?
Sorry, God.
Man.
Regardless.
I'm just asking you. Why do you want our loyalty?
Yeah, what do you want? What are we gonna do?
I don't want your loyalty, I want your help.
Will there be more money involved?
No, I think this one's for Anton.
Will there be more money involved?
5,000 gold.
You have piqued my interest.
I will give you all 5,000 gold to spend however you want.
Each?
No,
So just a general 5,000.
just a general 5,000. You can split it however you like. You can give it all to your war effort. You can do whatever you wish with it. She looks specifically at Roarke. You can buy a boat. You can do whatever you like with it. I will also give you one of two options, if you help me. I can give you a small retinue of soldiers to go north. You will work again with Kent. If you enjoyed his company once, you might enjoy it again. He can help you. Or I can get you informants inside the city of Dagger Point. I can't give both because I need something here. I'm sure that my life will not necessarily be easy once you leave.
I did like Dagger Point
Understood.
as a city.
And this is in exchange for...
Helping me.
Okay, can we ask what the deeds and things that we should do are?
Certainly, because you're asking questions.
Can I not ask questions?
No, she's encouraging.
I
Oh,
encourage
good.
questions.
What do you want us to do?
In 5 days, Oldlinto will start celebrating the Festival of Fire. It's gonna go terrible. It's on an island. It's gonna go horrid.
Took boxes with shitty sandwiches in them.
Kidding me.
That was good, babe.
Your tent
That's
is
good,
like
that's good, that's good.
No,
trash
fun
bag.
fact, it was originally called the Fire Festival.
Oh, scratch that.
Because I knew nothing
Oh
of
my
Fire
God.
Festival
And then his
until
loving
we
girlfriend
until
said,
Brooke
"We should watch
showed me this documentary, and I was like, well, that completely ruins that.
Saved him.
Hello, friends. Jonah here, as always, to say thank you for listening to The Quest Company. This week's episode is brought to you by our fantastic sponsor, Castor & Pollux, makers of mystical jewelry and geeky novelties. Quest Company listeners can go to castpollux.com and get 15% off your entire order of dice, jewelry, and other nerdy accessories by using the code TheQuestCo. That is a great deal, and we are happy to share it with you. I actually just treated myself to a couple of sets of dice, the Lulu's Lavender Lemonade and Kiwi Tart, and I am loving them. If you order a set of dice or a cool piece of jewelry from Castor & Pollux, make sure to send us a picture and we'll feature you on our Instagram and Twitter. If you're a fan of the Quest Company, you love the show, and you want to help us grow and improve, please do us a solid by going to our page on the Apple Podcasts app or wherever you listen to your podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It is a huge help to us, and we read every review that comes in. We also have a Patreon. If you love what we do here at the Quest Company and want to take the next step in supporting us, please consider becoming a patron. You can help us with necessary expenses and with purchases that will help us continue to improve the quality of the show. We have multiple patron tiers available so that you can contribute as much or as little as you're comfortable with, and every little bit helps. We've gotten a couple more patrons since our last episode. Thank you so much to Tess Sturgeon and Amanda Bell for becoming patrons and supporting the show. If you'd like to give us that support and become one of our baby goblins or horny devils or any of our other poorly named patron tiers, you can do so at patreon.com/questcompanypodcast. Patreon subscribers also get a special role on our Quest Company Discord, along with some other great physical rewards like QuestCo stickers and buttons. You can find the links to both the Patreon and Discord server on our website, questcompanypodcast.com. I'd like to take a moment to thank Joe Cash for the incredible music he composes for the Quest Company, and Tabletop Audio for providing the ambient sounds you hear on the podcast. If you want to listen to more of Joe's music, you can hear all the songs from the podcast on soundcloud.com/thequestcompany. And you can listen to more of Joe's personal work at soundcloud.com/josephjohncash. And if you need atmosphere to set the mood for your next tabletop gaming session, head on over to tabletopaudio.com. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so directly through our Connect page on our website or by finding us on Twitter, Instagram, etc. at The Quest Company. We love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts about the podcast, and we love getting to know the other awesome creators in the RPG podcast community. People like 20-Sided Adventures, a real play D&D 5e podcast set in a homebrew intergalactic adventure. You can join a runaway princess, a drunken captain, and a Magitech genius as this unlikely band of heroes travels the galaxy. After learning the location of the mysterious Lost Ones tech, the crew of the Miss Lily travel to the Arthurian system to try and unravel the secrets of the Lost Ones. I just started listening to 20-Sided Adventures recently, and I'm really enjoying it so far, so I hope you check it out too. And that's all for me, so let's get back to the episode. Thank you for joining us here at the Quest Company.
5 days from now, the city will celebrate the Festival of Fire. It is a time in our city when we celebrate the summer solstice in the month of Pyros. It also commemorates Solomon's greatest sin. The third night of the festival, the final night, on the full moon, there will be a masquerade. Masquerade of the Flowers. It is held at the Grand Manse of the Rose in the Heart District of the city. I would like you all to come as my guests. Subtly.
Disguise self. You got it.
If that's what works for you.
Yeah.
Does that help audibly?
No, but I got pretty good voices. I got some pretty good voices.
Frank does a lot of impressions.
I do a lot of voices.
I wasn't talking about pitch. I was talking about volume.
Nah, it doesn't help with volume.
Work on that.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to my people.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm glad you're fine.
You don't
Sorry,
have people.
I didn't mean to sound sassy.
I know it's okay.
Damn it!
She's gonna rip you to shreds.
You're gonna kill me.
She's gonna disintegrate your bones.
I would like you to act as my informants and bodyguards. At this event, I plan to make myself known to the entirety of the city.
Ooh!
Ooh, indeed.
Psst, Zara.
Can it wait?
No.
She's talking.
What's a solstice?
Summer solstice is the longest day of the year.
I knew that.
Longest day of sunlight.
I knew that too. Kinda.
It's okay.
Wonderful.
No.
I did know. I just was trying to include
You were asking
Zara.
questions. Brilliant.
Yeah. And then you look at Zara and I'm like...
I give a little pat on the back.
I would like you all to be there, watching the other members of the families because they will for certain be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to have their reactions noted.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to do the same thing, but I wanted to have more eyes there, and eyes of people that hadn't already been purchased in the city.
Okay.
Unfortunately, one of you have been bought already.
That's me.
Sashes are cheap. You can get a new one. I'll get you a sash.
I'm not
I'll
bought.
get you a sash.
I'm not bought. I literally cannot be bought.
It's fine.
That's good.
You can watch someone other than Solomon.
Good to know now rather than later.
I'm not
Or-
working for you yet.
You can watch Solomon. Whatever you wish. You will also be my bodyguard through the night. I have no doubt that they plan to kill my father on that night, since they failed to kill my father is what they believe. I have no doubt that if they have any sort of plan to finish my family, it would be executed that night, because it would be the first night in a long time that he will be anywhere in the public.
Your father?
The idea of my father.
The man we met first.
They will think he will be there.
Understood.
Ah.
He has announced that he will attend.
Well, if you want, if this helps in any way, I'm pretty good with voices, as I said before. And if you need me to disguise myself as your dad at that event, it could be like a whole twist to the situation. If you need like a distraction or something, if that's helpful.
Let me see your best.
You got slots for that?
Let me check and see if I'm mentally capable of that. Right. let me check on my app.
Is
Frank
pulling out his
DVD.
phone.
1 second. Well, it's like he's got his finger up. He's just one second.
Hold up.
While he's looking for that,
Please,
No, I'm good.
can I just gut feeling her
make an insight check, please.
after he does this disguise self?
Okay.
Bada bing. And he disguises himself as the person he saw when he came in last time.
You didn't come in
You
last
didn't
time.
come in last time.
Oh, I guess I wasn't.
God.
Do you have any,
So who are you gonna look like?
I thought I knew what he looked like. If not, then I'm gonna ask her. Well, do you have any photos of him?
No, I don't.
Any paintings of him?
No, I don't.
Small statue.
What's the best thing you can do right now
Don't do it,
with
Frank.
nothing?
Well, best thing I can do right now with nothing? What do you mean?
With no information on what he looks like, what is the best thing you can come up with?
Can I roll some sort of perception to see what she would look like as a man?
Make a nature check.
Yeah. Hey! That's intelligence.
All right.
21. That's 21 right there.
Okay. You get an idea of what she would maybe look like as a man.
And then,
gosh.
do you have any photos of your mother? Paintings of your mother? A small statuette of her? A small framed photo? You said it was nothing, though, right?
Yes. So do it with nothing. Just see what you come up with. I won't judge.
I'm not a clown, so I don't always do entertainment like this.
You don't have to qualify yourself like this. You just do you.
Okay,
You just do
well,
you.
this is the best I can do. And then I imagine a version of herself, but add 15 years in his head. Have the hair be like short, maybe a scar across the bottom of his neck, right over here. Maybe as if someone was trying to cut his throat at some point.
He just toughed it out.
Yeah.
Imagine he's about 6 foot to 5 foot. So I'm going to say 5'11" is the height I'm going to go for here. He's going to be wearing garb similar to hers, of course more masculine.
Okay.
His pants are going to be a little more baggy though. I assume Mr. Taylor might not be the best. Fancy ass shoes, fancy ass brown shoes to complement the beautiful brown mahogany in the room. No hat, gray hair, a little bit of a gray beard, he's just hasn't shaved in a couple days.
Heck yeah.
And a soulful, distant look, like a mile long stare. Like when people have been to war or in prison for a long time have that stare. He's got that stare.
Like a 1,000-mile stare.
1,000-mile stare. And just the top exactly like hers, but without I assume that there's more area for the boobs. So more.
Just because it's a fantasy setting, you just assume
Yes.
there's room for boobs?
Well, I assume that she's got a fighter garb on, and then more protection around the boobage area, so less protection around the boobage area. It looks like a man, like a man outfit.
What color are his eyes?
What's happening?
His eyes. What color are her eyes?
She has cold blue eyes.
Okay. Well, there's two options. There's
There are two
a
options.
genetic deformity that I have. My eyes are blue, even though both of my parents' eyes are brown, because both of my grandmothers have blue eyes. So I'm gonna say yes. Look upon them.
Wow.
I'm gonna say she has blue eyes. I'm gonna go with blue. Let's do blue.
Okay.
It's a rarer thing, so I'm gonna assume that's not gonna be part of
Make a
it.
performance check.
Can it be the same flesh sculpting thing as happened before?
Yes, please.
I only assume that
Yeah.
this is some
God damn
video
it.
game.
Oh, Joe, you really gotta switch them, bud.
No middle sliders, huh?
Yikes.
That's a good old 10.
This is my good dice. If you want it.
That's okay.
Joe. Frank.
Yes.
Rejected.
You get kind of close. Zara and Roarke, kind of close. For not knowing
Anything.
anything,
Okay.
gets decently close.
Oh.
Frank, make an insight check.
10, 11.
Okay. She is staring intently at the scar on the neck that you put.
How's this?
Wait, speak again? She kind of like snaps out of what she was in.
How's this?
She turns to the rest of the group. This is what happens when you do nothing with information. You have no information and you try and do something. You get this result.
I don't know, he's pretty cute.
Kind of close. Kind of close in my business gets you killed.
And we don't want that. We will get better.
We will do information. Information, sorry.
We will get
Information.
Please drop that now.
Okay.
Did you kill your dad?
I did not.
Cool.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Because I think she maybe did.
Frank drops it.
9.
She's really she's hard to read.
Yeah.
You don't get like a yes or a no. Just
So we've gotten the full gist of what she wants us to do.
yeah, I believe so.
May I ask a few more questions before we give you an answer?
Certainly.
Have you ever met a man named Kedmir? And then I describe him in great detail, as best as I possibly can.
Great question.
I have not.
Damn it.
Have you ever met a young child, the age of whatever, and I describe Flynn, the son of Dagon, in great detail?
Glenn Dagon's son.
Yeah.
I've never met him, but I know of him.
I'm watching her like a hawk as Zara's asking her all these questions.
Okay. Are you wanting to make an insight check?
Yeah, trying to
Say insight check.
Oh, that's good, Bubba.
Yeah, that's good. 19.
She has answered. Well, let's double check. She's tough to read.
Interesting.
I give you this information because, Kedmir, that man is not to be trusted on any level, and that boy could be in great danger. And if you ever are aware of them, you should treat them like you treat Mateo. Not the boy.
Kedmir.
I was
like,
about
oh, no.
to ask.
Kedmir.
But
The one who orchestrated the coup. We are fairly, well, from our experience, it's what we believe.
I just needed to make sure.
I've heard 2 stories. That's the story I believe.
I just needed to make sure where we were at with Kedmir. I just take a couple steps back.
Out of curiosity, what is the story that you heard that you don't believe?
The drifters rolled into the town and helped overthrow the entire town.
That's
By your appearance.
Oh, by our appearance.
That's us.
Ah, cool.
So they think it's ours?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's...
I killed it, remember?
We're the, yeah, because, you know...
You are aware, as a group, you strike a powerful painting and picture.
Yeah,
yes?
we were invited, and then he died, when we went there for, brunch, and... Yeah.
We do.
Yes.
Again, I sprout wings from my back.
Yeah, you are not who I'm talking about.
I don't think I look scary.
You are, again, not who I'm talking about.
Oh, it's Frank.
You have a blue demon with red hair that is known throughout the southern part of this continent. And you have a walking, talking skeleton.
Yeah. No, the other one.
You are noticeable.
Yeah. I've gotten that.
Well, it is good to know that, that is the other story.
Yes.
Is there a disguise other person spell do you know of? I'm not too wise in the world of wizardry.
I'm sure you can use things like minor illusions, but
To
other
disguise other
than
people?
to fully disguise someone else, I'm sure there's some sort of spell for that.
Are you magical?
Why do you want to know?
Well, Frank said the door was enchanted, so somebody did
Well,
it.
so is her outfit, and so is her sword that she's got behind the table. But I assume that's just because she has money.
The door is because my father had money.
Oh.
The sword is because I have some link to the arcane.
In what capacity?
That was hot.
Yeah.
Frank's got a penis bone.
I haven't brought that up in a while, huh?
I had to
It's
bring
been
it
a
up.
while since we brought up the penis bone.
I don't know that I feel comfortable sharing that information with the 4 of you.
Can I try to convince her that it's very good information to share with me?
What would you say to do that?
Show her the snake.
Would please work?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Because that's all you came up with.
2 nat 20s. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's not even on anything.
Oh.
That's like 4, 5.
Yeah.
No, please would not work.
Perhaps once we develop a better relationship, Frank.
Okay.
Perhaps.
So when do we have to get back to you? Because obviously we'll need to talk about this.
I would like to know now, but you're more than welcome to take a room in the house and talk.
Let's
yeah,
get a
that
room.
would be
let's
great.
Let's get a room.
Wait.
Not yet, though.
What?
Yes?
If I may be so bold,
Be bold.
Please be bold.
the goals is great. The help is great. Could we possibly add one more thing to the deal? Ensuring the safety of us getting out of town and the safety of all the Blackwaters in this town getting out of town safely. And possibly a tiny goblin getting out of town safely after this deal.
Completely forgot about him, to be honest.
Our baby!
Yeah, I've been stressed about that this whole time. Thank
completely
you,
forgot.
thank you.
So, just, it is a bold request.
You wish to add that to the contract.
Yeah. Safety, safe passage for those we claim out of this town.
That's fair.
If all goes well, we'll do our jobs.
If I am left in a place where I can make that happen, I will certainly make it happen. Currently, the only district I can do anything about is the district I am in charge of. That goes for any of the other districts. You're more than welcome to talk to any of the heads of the districts and try and figure out why they might be doing what they're doing. I guarantee you almost every district will put up posters of your friend by tomorrow.
Understand.
I will do it as well, but my guards will not enforce it.
Understand.
Absolutely.
To specify, just want to make sure, it's just a bodyguard job, you one of us? Why can't you get the other bros to do it?
Bodyguard and keeping an eye on
Going
the
back
other
to the
heads, their
families.
reactions
Yeah.
to the reveal.
I think it's time we took the other room.
Yeah,
They
I
will-
think we need to take the other room.
They know my people. They know my people that work for me.
Yes.
Every family does.
Yes.
Not every family will know that you are working for me.
Yes.
My father would never hire you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially for this. He might hire you to go kill something, but not to come to one of the most fancy parties of the entire year.
Oh, Roarke gets a little excited about the word fancy party.
Hey, can I ask another question?
Please.
What am I not subtle about? You never answered me.
You are subtle about everything but the bodies you leave behind.
Oh. That's pretty good. Sorry, you did kill baby boy.
Easily remedied. If you're looking for work.
Well, I'm bought, so.
You just said you can never be bought. You just said you can never be bought.
Does anyone else have any more questions before we discuss?
Yes, I do.
Oh, cool.
You have added something to the contract. I would like to add something to the contract as well.
Understandable.
Okay.
I want this person dealt with. Whoever this mastermind is.
Oh,
In return for your safe passage out of the city in all ways,
Does that include us?
whoever this is must not escape this city alive.
Does that include discovering who that person is? Do we have to do that part? That part?
That is the part you are already doing.
Right.
Finding out who did it?
Yes, that's our main gig. So
Okay.
to follow up our main gig, we kill whoever that is subtly.
But what if it's...
I will join you
What if it's Solomon? That might be
in killing
hard.
them.
Well,
It would
that's-
be quite hard if it was Solomon.
Yeah.
That's-
What if it's
Okay.
all three of them?
That'd be really hard.
3's not so hard.
If it's all three, can we get paid a little bit more? That's a lot of people I have to murder. That's not a bad point. It's
No,
not a bad point.
5,000 feels really cheap to be killing families.
5,000 is not cheap. It's 5,000 for like.
I apologize. What did Volkner pay you? Wasn't it hardly
Yes, we did.
anything?
We did?
Yes, we did.
We did.
You have money.
I believe it was 1,000 gold, wasn't it?
Yes. 5,000 is a very good sum.
That's a good sum. Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
It's 5,000 to put toward your war effort, not for yourselves necessarily.
Oh well then.
Hire mercenaries, hire bounty hunters, buy siege equipment, buy soldiers, do whatever you must.
I think
Spend
about
it on
that.
yourselves if you
I thought
want.
it was for myself. Okay. Oh, it is.
It can be. Do what you want with
Well,
it.
we'll discuss these things in a separate room.
But it's 5,000 gold. Would you all like to talk now?
That would be Nice. Yes, I think that would be helpful for us to be able to discuss.
All right. And you see, like, the room goes, like, just really quiet for a hot second. And then there's the door kind of creaks open. And you two see the gentleman you met as Florentine.
Ah, okay. So not her in disguise. Got it.
That's what I thought too.
They have, whoever they are, has brown eyes as he walks in. She's like, Jasper, will you take these four to the ballroom and give them the privacy they require to discuss dealings? And he's like, gotta find it. Yes, ma'am, right away. I'll do whatever you need. And he gestures for you guys to walk out of the room and will lead you to the ballroom if you wish to leave the room at this point.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Brink and Roarke are out of the door.
Wait. Right before I do, I want to turn back and be like, hey, how much will that sword cost me?
Your life.
Is that a joke?
No.
Respect, and I push Frank out.
I was like, I was asking for you. I was asking for you.
I appreciate it, but we don't want to push it.
Is there a way to, like, walk out with Zara, but just try to sneak and, like, peek and see what she's doing? That's why I'm closing the door.
Okay. Make a stealth check. You'll have one more check afterwards, but make the stealth check first.
Come on, purple, come on. 16.
Okay. Make a perception check.
20. Unnatural.
Okay. You three are led behind Jasper. Rather old-looking gentleman. I described him once, but he's hanging right there on the wall. If you'd like to look at him.
Beautiful.
He looks like an old Marlon Brando from The Godfather.
Love you.
And talks as such. You note, Frank, he does not have a scar on his neck.
Man, he's...
Whether or not that's what her dad looked like, whatever, but...
But her dad's dead.
Sure.
Sure.
Keep that mystery alive, baby.
Are you in a dream?
Can I roll for being in a dream now that I'm just remembering this?
Yeah, go ahead and just roll a d20.
13.
Might be in a dream. Tabitha, you hang back and you watch as the group continues on. Jasper, who's like, over here you can see where the building was made early in the architectural period of the columns over here. You can see some of the paintings still because they're pretty good paintings. Right? He's just kind of like giving the tour, but like the Marlon Brando version of a tour. Doesn't seem to note you kind of hanging back for a second. And as you look in, you see her sit back down at the desk and make an insight check because you've gotten this far.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. 16. Just don't get too excited. She's not very smart.
She seems really tired and really sad. And as you sit there kind of like watching, she just looks up at you and then goes back to like pulling out some paperwork.
I go.
Okay. So you just catch back up with the group?
Yeah.
Okay. You do. You can hear the door just poof. As Frank's dagger, I assume you picked it up.
Yep.
You guys are led through the building to a large, kind of almost like music hall. There's a beautiful like chandelier in there. There's a piano, large ass piano there.
Okay.
Wooden floors. Walking in, the acoustics, incredible.
Oh God.
Incredible acoustics. There's some. It looks like it looks like in my head. It looks like.
Oh God.
What are you guys
I
singing?
did not get the reference.
What are you guys?
I'm supporting you.
Going.
Okay, well, in my head, it looks like in my dreams, whatever. It looks like the ballroom that they dance in Sound of Music.
Oh, that's so fitting.
Good one.
That's like
I was picturing The Shining, but
Sorry, no, the one that Maria and.
It's a good one.
That's
a
that.
good pick.
Sorry,
All right, let me switch musicals.
that's what's in my head,
So
and we're all dying.
We're all
But
getting
like,
sued. We're all getting sued.
but it looks like that, but like much warmer. It has like very warm tones, like very warm woods. The doors are like really.
Strange and beautiful ballroom.
It's okay, like dark mahogany doors.
Are we talking like Christopher Plummer Waltz or High on a Hill with Lonely Goatherd? High on the hill.
Christopher Plummer waltz.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm talking about. When they dance together and it's just before they go outside.
Yeah.
That really beautiful. Anywho, I watched a lot of Sound of Music as a kid, y'all.
I know you did, sweet.
My sister had it on VHS, and I binged the shit out of that movie.
That was
a
my
bunch
third
of times.
birthday party gift.
It's a great movie.
I made my entire family do the cuckoo song.
It gets really intense right at the end.
Yeah.
I
it
looked
does.
just
Nazis.
like Gretel. As a girl.
Nazis. Okay.
Ask Tess. I looked just
But,
like a little girl.
Jasper lets you guys into the room, and he's like,
If you need me, just knock on the door. I'll be on the other side. And feel free to do what you need to do to carry your business.
Mind if I tickle those ivories real quick?
Well, certainly. You
It's alright.
Sweet.
play the piano. No one else is here, so...
Also, my best friend loves snacks. Do you have any kind of food?
Let me check with my lady and I'll see what I can acquire for you.
I'm not super hungry.
Never mind. Abort. Just kidding. Get out.
But I would love a pretzel if they have one.
If you have a pretzel.
We
I don't wanna
100% do
inconvenience
not
you.
have pretzels.
Please get
I
the hell out,
apologize.
man.
That's okay.
Whoa, language.
Thank you, Jasper.
Thank you, Jazzy.
Understood.
and he walks out and closes the door behind him.
Oh my gosh.
Hi everyone, I'm Sito, the AI aboard the Miss Lily. I'm sorry to interrupt your regularly programmed podcast, but I wanted to tell you about my family who star in the 20-Sided Adventures podcast, a D&D 5e space opera. You have Captain Botchus.
What? Are you recording, Sito?
He's a good guy, but he needs to work on his hugs.
Hey!
There's Nora.
Yes? Do you need something, Sito?
She's a beautiful princess who can kick butt.
Aw, thank you!
And Daythorn.
Ready for a story, Sito?
Oh! She's super smart and reads lots of books. You can catch our space adventure right now, and then every Wednesday starting in March.
Okay, gonna start without you.
Coming! Are we reading about the Lost Ones?